I passed out some papers. What I want you to do is take those and flip them over for right now. We'll get back to those soon. But to start off, I wanted to look up here. Don't worry about taking this in your notes. We already went over this yesterday. As we talked about, late summer of 1862, Robert E. Lee began his invasion of the North. His army of Northern Virginia was virtually undefeated. Think of them as the Miami Heat, LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. Really good team, and a lot of people can beat them. That's what the rebels were. They hoped for a victory on northern soil, and they wanted to do this to convince France or England to back them. And if France or England would back them, then that means that they would be able to be recognized as a nation, as its own nation, and give them some strength. So go ahead and grab the paper that says Confederate Special Orders 191. What we're going to do is we're going to read this together. And then you have the questions as well. If we have time to get to them, we will. If not, we're going to save those for later, because it's going to tie in nicely for what we have to do tomorrow. So, first paragraph, let's read it for you. Okay.
The Army will resume its march tomorrow, taking the Hagerstown Road. General Jackson's command will form the advance and after passing Middletown, in such proportions he may select, take the route towards Sharpsburg, cross the Potomac at the most convenient point, and by Friday night take possession of Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. Capture such of the enemy as may be at Martinsburg, and intercept such as may attempt to escape from Harper's Ferry.
All right, let's get the second paragraph, the second sentence there.
General Longstreet's command will proceed the same road as far as Boonesboro, where it will halt with the reserve supply and baggage trains of the Army.
All right, the next little paragraph there.
General McLaws, with his own division and that of General R.H. Anderson, will follow General Longstreet. On reaching Middleton, he will take the route to Harper's Ferry, and by Friday morning possess himself of the Maryland Heights and endeavor to capture the enemy at Harper's Ferry and Vicinity.
All right, let's get the
General Walker, with his division, after accomplishing the objective in which he is now engaged, will cross the Potomac at Check's Ford, ascend its right bank to Louisville, take possession of Loudon Heights, if practicable. By Friday morning, Keyes Ford on his left and the road between the end of the mountain and the Potomac on his right. He will, as far as practicable, cooperate with General McLaws and General Jackson in intercepting the retreat of the enemy.
next little sentence there.
General D.H. Hill's division will form the rear guard of the Army, pursuing the road taken by the main body. The reserve artillery, ordnance, and supplies trains, etc., will proceed to General Hill.
Next little paragraph.
General Stuart will detach a squadron of cavalry to accompany the commands of Generals Longstreet, Jackson, and McLaws, and with the main body of the cavalry will cover the route of the Army and bring off stragglers that may be left behind.
Next little sentence there.
The commands of Generals Jackson, McLaws, and Walker, after accomplishing the objects for which they have been detached, will join the main body of the Army at Boonesboro or Hagerstown.
All right, let's finish it up for us.
Each regiment of the march will habitually carry its axes in the regimental ordnance wagons for use of the men at their encampments to procure wood, etc., by command of Robert E. Lee.
All right, now what if I just told you what you just read was a top secret document that was not supposed to fall into the northern hands? Well, this is exactly what happened. This Confederate Special Orders 191 was found underneath a tree wrapped in cigars. Now, cigars during that time represented high command, high order. Basically, if you were a general or a high commanding officer, you had cigars. Now, I ask you, if you found this note wrapped in cigars, what do you think it meant after you read it? You're just a regular Union soldier going on patrol. What do you think? You stumble across these cigars. They're a rare commodity. You've been fighting for a long time. Think you guys would smoke them? What do you think you do with the letter? You're at the very bottom. You're a soldier. What would be your first instinct to do? You just found this letter.
Read it.
Read it. And after you read it, who'd you give it to?
Put up the chain of command.
Chain of command. Good. All right, so we have a little bit of time here. Let's go over our questions. What I want you to do is, since we're already in groups here, go ahead and work on questions 1, 2, and 4 as a group. And and then we will discuss them.
It'll go off. Oh my gosh. Okay, you're done.
All right, we're running out of time here, so save these for tomorrow, and we will complete them first thing tomorrow morning. All right, now,